The ties that bind us are precious, unique. Alliance. Alliance informs.
So imagine if they actually made a real-life Miraculous The Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir show. Can you believe it? Well, if that dream ever becomes a reality, there's no doubt fans will start throwing out the names of actors they think would nail the roles. It's totally natural for fans to start daydreaming about who could play their favorite characters when a cartoon gets super popular. And trust me, Miraculous The Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir is no exception. Ever since it hit the scene, people have been buzzing about whether a live-action version could totally work. I mean, who wouldn't want to see Ladybug and Cat Noir come to life on the screen? But here's the thing, making a live-action version comes with its own set of challenges. They might have to tweak the characters' ages a bit so they can cast actors who aren't tied up with school all the time. But then again, if they age them up too much, they might lose the vibe that fans love so much. So if they were to start making a live-action Miraculous Ladybug series right now, you just know there are some actors out there who could totally rock those roles. And the first one on our list is Sophia Wiley as Alia. So, you know Sophia Wiley, right? You might recognize her from her gig as Gina in High School Musical, the musical, the series. She's all over the place there, singing, dancing, and showing off her acting chops with drama and comedy. Now, what if Sophia took on a totally different kind of role? Imagine her stepping into the shoes of Marinette's BFF Alia. Alia's this super smart, charming, always on the go kind of girl. It's a far cry from the mean girl characters Sophia's played before. Alia's all about being supportive and positive, even if it means diving headfirst into some risky situations to save the day. It'll be a whole new adventure for Sophia, don't you think? A chance to show off some different sides of her talent. Moving on, we have Tye Brown as Nino. Tye Brown, he kinda make it big time in Hollywood when he joined the cast of Parenthood back in 2010 as one of the youngest kids on the show. He practically grew up right in front of the camera during the 6 years he was on there. Since then, he's dipped his toes into a few different projects, but mostly you'll catch him popping up for guest spots on different TV shows. Now let's talk about Nino. He's this super chill dude who's buddies with superheroes and even ends up dating one. Talk about living the dream, right? Plus, he's not afraid to suit up himself and dive into some heroic action. Heck, he even finds himself on the wrong side of things as a villain at one point. Next, Sasha Carlson as Luca. Alright, let's talk about Sasha Carlson stepping into the shoes of Luca. Now sure, he might not be the spitting image of the character right off the bat, but a little bit of blue hair dye can work wonders, right? You might remember Sasha from his role as Nick in Netflix's Julie and the Phantoms. He brought this quiet charm to the character, and hey, he even had a little crush on Julie in the show. Plus, Sasha's not just an actor, he's also a talented guitar player in a band. So he totally gets Luca's musical vibes. Luca's all about being cool, confident, and always there to lend an ear to Marinette. And let's not forget the potential for an awesome relationship between Marinette and Luca in the series. Sasha Carlson could totally rock that dynamic. Coming up next, we have Olivia Allen Lind as Chloe. So let's chat about Chloe. She's basically the textbook definition of a high school mean girl who occasionally gets the chance to do some good but usually misses the mark. Even though she talks a big game about wanting to be a hero, she tends to make choices that only benefit herself, even if it means putting other heroes at risk. Eventually, Ladybug's like, nah, you're out, and revokes her miraculous privileges. Plus, there's this whole drama between her and Marinette in class, but deep down, Chloe's got some real care for her fam and friends, especially when Hawkmoth starts causing trouble. So finding the right actress to play Chloe is key. She's gotta be able to nail that mean girl persona while also showing glimpses of vulnerability and compassion. Kinda like how Olivia Allen Lind tackled her role in the Chucky TV series, you know? Except this time, she might get to throw on a superhero costume and join the action. Moving on to the actors, Jack Black as Tom. So picture Jack Black and Ming-Na Wen as a married couple on screen. It might be a bit of a stretch for some fans to wrap their heads around, but let's be real, It would be an absolute blast to watch these two legends team up. Now let's talk about Tom. He's not exactly the wild and crazy character Jack Black is known for, but hey, he's no stranger to family-friendly movies. I mean, just think about his roles in School of Rock and Goosebumps, right? He's got this knack for bringing a unique perspective to his characters, and playing Tom would be no exception. The next one is my personal favorite, Dave Batista as the bodyguard. So let's talk about Adrienne's bodyguard in Miraculous Ladybug. You see, Adrienne's dad, Gabriel, wants to make sure his son stays safe, especially considering Gabriel's alter ego as the city's main troublemaker. So he assigns this superimposing bodyguard to keep an eye on Adrienne. Now in the show, this bodyguard doesn't talk, but he's always there looming in the background. Despite his tough exterior, the audience gets to see glimpses of his softer side as he looks out for Adrienne, busts a move to some tunes, and even turns a blind eye when Adrienne bends the rules a bit. Now enter Dave Batista. You might know him from his roles where he's often cast as this big tough guy like in Guardians of the Galaxy. But Dave's got some serious physical comedy chops that he hasn't really had a chance to show off outside of action-packed flicks. Playing Adrienne's bodyguard would give him the perfect opportunity to flex those comedic muscles without having to crack jokes all the time. It'll be a whole new side of Dave Batista that fans would absolutely love to see. Next is Daniel Craig as Gabriel. You probably know Daniel Craig best as James Bond, right? He's been kicking butt and solving mysteries like a pro in those roles. But here's the thing, he doesn't often get to play the bad guy. But imagine Daniel Craig bringing his gravitas and intensity to the role of Gabriel Agreste. Give Gabriel a real sense of power and authority without going overboard into campy territory. Plus, have you seen the animated version of Gabriel? The resemblance to Daniel Craig is pretty uncanny, don't you think? Overall, Daniel Craig would bring a whole new level of depth and sophistication to the character of Gabriel Agreste that few other actors could match. Next is Louis Partridge as Adrienne. Adrienne has this whole model vibe going on, right? I mean, he can turn on the charm for a photo shoot like nobody's business. But here's the thing about Adrienne, he's had a pretty sheltered upbringing, mostly homeschooled, until he started attending school with Marinette and became a superhero. Despite that, he's genuinely keen on making friends with everyone. Now enter Louis Partridge. You might recognize him from the Enola Holmes movies as Tewkesbury or even as Peter Pan in The Lost Girls. With his acting chops, Louis could totally capture all the different sides of Adrienne's character. I mean, he could effortlessly switch between Adrienne's laid-back personality and Cat Noir's more flirtatious style. Well, that's it for today. For now, make sure that you like our video. Share your views in the comment section with us. Subscribe to the channel to get updated, and do not forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching the video. See you at the next one.